Hey, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button down below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as you're enjoying the content as you go along. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy, which is the world's first online training centre and school for asexuals and asexuality. Welcome to tonight's live stream on YouTube. I have to let you YouTubers know who follow me on here, love you to bits, and I am live streaming simultaneously right now on 2 Facebook pages. Well, my personal profile actually, and a Fibro Girl page, because this is a very, very, very unique moment. I have in fact got the proof copy back from Amazon of my Fibro Girl, you know, the Fibromyalgia self-help handbook, which is how to manage fibromyalgia, to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier like a superhero rock star. It's a very unique perspective. It's my own life story I share in there, and I teach people how to manage 25 aspects of their life to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier. And you can tell that it works because I'm living proof it does. You can tell that, well, I'm live streaming this nearly midnight now in the UK, and I'm full of beans, as you can see. My grandma would say she's full of beans, not baked beans. But yeah, so I'm live streaming 3 places, so my face is going to go away from the screen a bit as I'm literally live stream on my Ace Fibro Girl Facebook page, and up there on my mobile device, mobile phone device, on my personal profile, and here on my YouTube channel. So I wanted to share it all for you in the same moment. I have to say that writing is my hugest passion, and I do believe you should follow your passions in life. It's followed very closely by asexuality, which obviously if you haven't got asexuality, sorry, if you're not asexual and you're not asexual in sexual orientation, then you probably think, what the heck am I going on about? Because obviously I'm live streaming on Facebook as well. Asexuality is a sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. I'm always live streaming daily on my channel all the time. So you know, to write books for asexuals is incredible, but I really wanted to write this book about fibromyalgia because it's something I didn't used to talk about. You know, what we talk about and think about expands, so I didn't really want to talk about it for a long time. But I think that, you know, I'm so different to other people with a condition. Like, if you didn't know what fibromyalgia is, it's a chronic pain condition that affects the nerves and muscles of the body. A lot of people are in real bad pain with it. A lot of people are bedridden with it. Some people are on crutches or in a wheelchair with it. It saps your energy usually. They can't do a blood test for it. They find out by testing for various pressure points of pain all around the body. If I think about it, I have pain down my neck, across my shoulders. I have pain coming back from my old injuries from years ago. I have pain in my thighs are the worst, and my upper legs. And, you know, but I just don't think about it. I block the pain out using the power of my mind, which I talk about, excuse me, in the book. And I live the opposite type of life to what most people with fibro are taught to live. But you know, I don't have this pain as much as other people, because there's one food ingredient that I talk about in the book that, you know, helps to stop that run over by the bus feeling to your legs, because that's what fibromyalgia gives you. You see, it makes you feel like your legs have gone through a mangle, been run over by a bus, right? And that's not a particularly nice feeling. And I'm actually allergic and got intolerances to the majority of foods that are actually damaging for fibro, that zap your energy, that crunch it, that make you feel tired, lethargic, and like you want to go to sleep all the time. So thank God I'm allergic to those. You know, it wasn't, you know, when you first find out you're allergic and stuff, you've got to cut stuff out of your diet. It's kind of like, oh my gosh. But then when you realize it's for your greater good, you're thinking, thank the heavens for that, you know? So that is really good. I'm really proud to have allergies, really, and intolerances that are really good for me. Do you know what I mean? Because it could be something that's not good for me. Although I'm allergic to berries, which isn't always useful because some of those berries can be very good for antioxidants and stuff like that. And I do the opposite. I don't take any medication for fibro whatsoever. No patches, no CBD oil. Don't need any of that. I can manage it without any of that because literally I address all these 25 aspects of my life which you need to address in order to decrease your pain. You don't need any of the other stuff unless you think you do, right? So without further ado, I'm going to get on and open my books. I'm super excited. Writing is my hugest passion because I feel so at peace with my soul when I write. Like, it's who I truly am. And it's very important if you have got fibromyalgia, a pain condition, or you're just experiencing pain in your life, to really, really, really focus on your hobbies, your interests, what you love, what you're good at, what you're passionate about, to make you feel alive and to actually dull down your pain. Because if you're doing what you love, what you're passionate about, what you feel happy about, what you feel good about, you don't get all that pain that you would have got before. Because how can you experience all that pain if you're so happy? Do you know what I mean? It's counteracts it. So the more you are happy in yourself, the more you're living your passions, your dreams, the more you are listening to your own soul and what you really want to do, the less pain you'll experience in your life as a whole, in general. It's really, really good. So this is the packaging that came in from Amazon. I'm super excited because I've got people who want to buy this book. And I know even if you don't have fibromyalgia, right? If you have any type of pain, like if you suffer with depression or anxiety, this book can help you. I'm telling you, there's people already that have written reviews about this book, on amazon.co.uk. There's a couple of reviews already on there. So, and this is before the printed edition's even released. And I know you're waiting for the printed edition. So I'm going to open it. You're going to see me live stream on 3 channels. Oh my God. So I'm super excited. I love books. I love writing books that change people's lives, That's what I love doing. And so yeah, let's get this. I don't know if I can open it. It says open here, I think. Look. Uber. Open. Look at all the different. I can't even do it. Oh, there we go. Woo! I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. This is a proof copy, so it does say proof copy on it. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's not for resale, so it does have this across it. So yeah. Wow. 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 Doesn't that look amazing? I love the design, how it turned out. And I have to thank a lot of people on Facebook for that, actually, because I had a lot of my Facebook friends actually help me with the final cover design, the final front cover design. I have to say that looks blooming amazing. Look at that cover. I mean, it's so unique. You can tell it's like no other book on the planet. You won't have ever experienced a book like this before. I'm telling you. You can read all the fibromyalgia books you want, but there's nothing like this book. This book literally hands you the antidotes to your pain. And it's very applicable for people who haven't even got fibromyalgia, because a lot of people are suffering with pain, emotional pain in particular, which is a huge contribution to fibro pain. And this is my back thing. As you can see, it's a very long blurb. But here I am, look, in my Ace Fibro Girl outfit. Can you see that? Wow. This looks absolutely incredible. Wow. I'm flicking through it now. Oh, it's looking good, people. It's looking good. Wow. Look at this. It's looking good. It's looking good. I'm going to have to go through it and double check everything. But it's looking good. It's really looking good. Wow. Look at this. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore writing books that change people's lives. Like, I don't get someone to ghostwrite for me, right? I don't get someone to just, you know, just produce stuff for me. I don't copy other people. This is my own unique formula of how to manage fibromyalgia, have less pain, more energy, and feel happier, that you will have never, ever, 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 ever read before anywhere else. You just can't, because it's just my own personal autobiographical account of how to manage fibromyalgia, and it's stuff that I've learned through time. You know, when I first had fibromyalgia, my feet used to swell, so I couldn't even get from this bed here, because I live in a studio flat, to the toilet. I could, you know, like without holding on to furniture. That's how badly my feet used to swell, like really badly, because fibromyalgia causes feet swelling. Well, you think your fibromyalgia causes feet swelling, and it does cause feet swelling, but if you do certain things, you can stop the feet from swelling. So you have to understand fibromyalgia, you have to understand how it works, you have to understand what to wear, what to do, how to think, in order to decrease your pain. So I'll put it this way, because I think you can all see the book better this way. But yeah, look at it. This is amazing. Already, I feel very happy, but I'm going to read it through. And once I'm happy that it's all good, which it looks amazing, then, yeah, then I can go ahead and print. So, wow. So it's incredible. But yeah, so I've got a lot of reading to do tomorrow. You know, a lot of reading to do tomorrow. Wow, look at this. I just think it's great. Do you know what I mean? I just love this. I love the fact that I don't churn it out from a blimmin', you know what I mean? There are a lot of people that get their books written for them. There are a lot of people that have ghostwriters. There are a lot of people that use people to do research for them on the internet. There are loads of people that you know, there are loads of people that just basically have other people writing the content and then they stick it up and put it as their own. But this is genuinely mine, every single little bit of it. Like, I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2012. And for years, I actually wrote the bulk of this book in 2017, but I didn't get it out then. And part of me was because I couldn't handle the fact that, you know, I talk about my, you know, would have to talk about my fibro. And one of the things I talk about in the book is what we focus on expansion. And the more you talk about something, the more you become it and think it. So it's really a good idea not to talk about fibro and talk about anything else but that. In order to help you guys out, it means I've got to talk about it. So it means I've got to really try and position my mind and try and develop my brain so that when I'm talking about it to you guys, I am not experiencing it in my body, the pain, because what we talk about, like I said, does expand. So the more you talk about I'm in pain or I experience this, that, and the other with my pain, the more it manifests in the body and gets worse and worse and worse and worse, right? So we should be doing the opposite, not talking about it, thinking about other things, concentrating, focusing on other things, focusing on pleasure, happiness, focus on, you know, what we love, our passions, everything that's good, positive, wonderful in our life. And we should stop talking about fibro, really, right? But in order to write this book and to help you guys and to get the word out that this book's out there, I have to talk about it. So I have to do a lot of mind preparation for that, you know. I have to do a lot of segregating my mind off to try not to think about it in terms of associating it directly from my brain to my body, because the brain body correlation is like so immense. Like, what we think about goes directly to our body. So if I talk about fibro pain, then obviously that manifests in my body. So the less I talk about it, the better. But I have to talk about it to help you guys. But now's the time in 2019 to help you guys out, you know. It's about time I put that aside for myself and I helped you guys, you know. I want you to get well. I want you to have more energy. I want you to have more, you know, like happiness. I want you to be free of your pain as much as possible in your life. And this book can help you. You know, I'm not some fake doctor, dare I say it. You know, there are, I think, some fake doctors around on some of the social media. I have to say that I've become aware of it. I'm not a doctor myself, but I have been known for people to say there's fake doctors trying to sell fibro things or things to help fibro. There's people that are saying they get some patches that just fall off and don't work. you know, and CBD oil, well, I don't touch that with a barge pole, you know. CBD oil at the end of the day is still made from a cannabis plant, you know. It's still probably going to make you addicted in some ways. That's my personal view. You don't have to share it, but there, you know, you can do without these things and, you know, listen to what I say in this book. If you literally go through this book step by step and you do everything in the book, you will have less pain and more energy and feel happy. You have to, because I give you the antidotes to having less pain, right? More and I you know, show you how to have more energy and be happier, you know. But the antidotes, if you really pay attention and you incorporate all those antidotes consistently every single day of your life, and you do everything else I say, it just changes your whole life around. It changes your whole mindset around. It changes the way you live your life around. So you have to be a different way because you're living a different life, if you get me. So I'm really, really, you know, like, I'm so happy that this book is here. And I just can't wait to get it in the hands of more people. I just know that it's just going to be amazing. You know, I feel so happy that this has come out, and the cover's really nice. You'll notice that I used yellow writing as well, which is not normally used, but I wanted to keep it in tune with the actual cover. I think white writing would have looked a bit weird. So it's got, you know, like, it's got the yellow writing, which I think's nice touch. It looks quite nice. It's not too like yellowy. Do you know what I mean? It's not like custard yellow where it's really like a bit, it's a nice color yellow on the back. So yeah, I'm really proud of this book, and I know it's going to change people's lives, you know. I just know it, and I'm just, it's so lovely when you think that you've written a book yourself, you know. I mean, this took me, like I said, I spent a lot of time in 2017 writing this, and then I took it up again this year and finally got it out, you know. Like, wow. It's just like, and I like the fact I designed this all myself. You know, it's all my own design. And years ago, I never thought I could design anything. Like, I design asexual t-shirts, for example, and I design my own book covers, you know. Years ago, if you told me I'd be a designer, I'd be like, you're having a laugh. But that's the thing, you see. You shouldn't let your limits limit you. You should expand what you do, expand yourself, you know. You should grow yourself. You should do what you want to do, and you should teach yourself or learn from videos and courses and stuff, and you should just, like, go for it, you know. If you think you can't do something in life, you should just go for it and try it, because, do you know what I mean, you never know what's going to happen in the future. And I would hate for you to, like, what they call die with your music inside, you know, basically, you know, like, dying not having done things and experienced life as you want them to be, you know, not trying things in life, because it's true that we only do live once, and it's really, really important that we live the most amazing life possible for us, and that we try things, you know. I wouldn't have thought I could do anything like this, but just look, here it is, you know. I just, you know, I'm just stoked. I'm really over the moon, because, you know, I think there's nothing better than the book to change people's lives, you know. It can just impact you in such a meaningful way. And this book will go into libraries in the UK as well, and you'll be able to order it from good bookshops because it's on standard distribution with Amazon. So they're like my distributor for me, because this is published under my own imprint of Quirky Books. Look, this is, well, they don't put the actual real barcode on there yet, because this is a proof copy, but when it goes actually to the shops, it'll have its own unique barcode and ISBN number, which is so, you know, published under my own publishing company of Quirky Books. So I can't wait for that. And I'm just really excited, you know. I know this book's going to change lots of lives, and people that pay attention to it. The thing is people are very set in their ways a lot of the time. They're very used to the same old techniques, but you must know by now that if you've got fibro and you're just in so much pain and lacking in energy, that those techniques, they just don't work. They simply don't work. If they did, we'd be having less pain by now, do you know what I mean, and more energy. But, you know, I've got less pain and more energy because I do everything I say in this book. And I'm taught myself how to live the best possible life by defying conventions, by not doing what I'm told to do, by trial and error of finding out what works. And you know, I stopped my feet from swelling just doing one simple thing. Do you know what I mean? Which people like are trying to probably find loads of medicines for. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't need medicines at the end. I mean, I did have to go to a podiatrist, and they did give me these insoles, which just made my feet worse in the end, even though they were specially made. So it's like, do you know what I mean? That wasn't the answer, but the answer is in this book. Anyway, it's been a pleasure live streaming tonight in multiple places. I really hope you enjoy the book as much as I loved writing it. Even if you don't have fibromyalgia, I would strongly urge you to get the book, because it can help change your life, because it gives you a completely different aspect on, well, I mean, it gives you a completely different perspective on multiple aspects of your life that you have never ever experienced before. And it is autobiographical, so if you like reading autobiographical stuff and you want to know my personal story, it's all in here. You know, it's basically, each chapter says how I manage my pain, and it's very autobiographical, but there's a lot of mindset stuff in there. You know, how to change your mindset around to be so much more positive and just live a more positive, happier, vibrant life. So I think everyone should get this book that wants to live a more positive, happier, vibrant life, even if they haven't got fibro, because it would just be so insightful and revealing that things you haven't ever thought of before. I mean, obviously the Kindle book's out. Like I said, I'm going to read this over, and should be out in paperback really soon. This is a proof copy, so I've got reading to do. Yeah, lots of reading, and then yeah, I'm just so excited. You know, I'm so excited. That's what it looks like. People without, obviously, when it goes live, it won't have the it won't have proof copy all over it. But yeah, I think it's great. I also really love this bit that I did, because it looks a bit 3D to me when I hold it up. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's not, it looks a bit 3D, and so I thought that's really good. This was very hard to do in the sense it was lots of components I had to put together for this bit for her to come like she was, but you know, to be as she is. It's cool, because if you look, it's got two different looks. That can be her hair, or that can be her cape flying. Did you notice that? It's very interesting, isn't it? Look at that hair, or look at that. That's her big face with her body flying out with the cape. Very interesting the way you look at it. It's one of those pictures that you could see different things in it. You could actually see something else in it. You can see something going around. But there we go. Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, don't forget to get your copy of Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, and the print edition will be out soon, so I will be publishing it very soon. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love changing more people's lives. So thanks so much for staying with me on this live stream. I have been live streaming on 2 Facebook pages today, and also YouTube at the same time. So in terms of like my YouTube followers, I love you to bits. In terms of Facebook, I love you to bits too. Don't forget to if you're on Facebook, don't forget to hit the like button down below and share this post to let them know that the Fibro book is going to come out in print soon. It's really important. And don't forget to subscribe to Ace Fibro Girl on Facebook if you haven't already. That's facebook.com/Ace Fibro Girl. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up on Facebook. That's really sweet. So don't forget, if you haven't already liked my page on Facebook. Liking a page on Facebook is basically like a subscribe on YouTube. Do you know what I mean? It means you follow the page and you'll get notifications of when I come up and stuff like that. And you can just give this post a thumbs up if you're on Facebook. And I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook first. Bye to all my followers on Facebook and then I'm going to sign off my YouTube separately. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll let you know when it's actually gone live. Can't wait. Super excited. Take care. Lots of love. Thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, thank you, Ralph, who's on Facebook. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to Thank you so much. Yeah, it's looking really good, isn't it, Ralph? Really, 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 really good. So I can't wait. Look at this. It's awesome. So yeah, so just got to read it through and check everything is okay, which it looks really amazing. Really, really amazing. So I would thought it'd be fine, but it's always best to check. Look, blurb, nice long blurb, and me and my Fibro girl outfit. Woo woo! So yeah, we've got some reading to do. So yeah, it's wow, just over 250 pages. Lovely book. Anyway, nice to see you. Thanks, Rob. I'll be literally letting you know when it's in print. So I'm just gonna sign off from Facebook now. And then I'm with you guys on YouTube. Yay! So I'm still live streaming on YouTube. It's my iPad that I was using. I don't think I've ever done that before. It's like live streaming like 3 different places before. Oh man. That's my phone that I was using to live stream. And here I am on YouTube, people. Yay! So yeah, that was very interesting, isn't it? I absolutely love writing. And before I go, I want to share with you, I've been working on my Asexual Guide to Sex book today. I'm spending a lot of hours just doing one particular person's story edits with them. And I cannot tell you the Asexual Guide to Sex book, how amazing it is. It's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get that one out as well. You know, I just can't wait because it just gives such unique insight into asexuality and the way asexuals think completely different to sexuals. And it just gives some excellent advice about, you know, having sex if you're asexual and how to go about it and what to feel and think and what to do. And it's just like really, really good, you know. I think there's such a lack of books like that for asexuals. You know, this will be the first one of its type other than my Asexual Perspectives book, because this one does talk about stuff to do with love life and sex, you know. So I just think it's really, really, really incredible. You know, I really feel blessed. Really feel blessed to be able to write these books. You know, I just feel it's like a gift from God, the universe, planet, world, whatever you want to call it. And my writing is my huge passion in my life. I'm so at peace, and when I'm writing, particularly this Asexual Guide to Sex book, I am so peaceful. Like it's like this book was always meant to be written by me. Like I didn't realize it. You know, when you feel like, I don't know if you ever had the feeling when you feel like, you know, you've found your destiny in life and you can just feel that it's the right thing for you to do. That's what the Asexual Guide to Sex feels like for me. I know the title's a bit like, obviously, a bit of a juxtaposition, if that's a word I can use in this situation. So it's kind of like an opposite of an opposite, if you know what I mean. It's a bit ironic, you know, but I honestly do believe it will help a lot of people. I believe it will help us to bridge the gap between sexuals and asexuals in the sense of helping them to understand us better as well. I really do. The Asexual Guide to Sex, because like nothing I've ever seen before written. It's just incredible. And I'm so happy when I'm writing. I'm so happy when I'm going through people's stories. It's hard editing because you have to edit without, you know, without changing people's words and sticking to their own story. But you have to kind of change a few words around, add a few here, take a few out. And their stories are so unique and precious, you know. I cannot say how beautiful it is to be part of such a historic moment. I think the book will change lives, the Asexual Guide to Sex. I just think it will. I think people don't realise the impact it will have globally, that book. But I know the Asexual Guide to Sex book will just have such an impact globally, because I think more sexual people will end up seeing it as well as asexuals. And I think that will come to realise and understand and accept more that asexuality is a real and varied sexual orientation, because they will be able to see through the words of the people in the book how differently we feel and we think and we behave in sexual situations. And, you know, even though some of the behavior might not be that different in some ways, you know, the thinking is certainly very different. Very, very, very different. you know, and I feel truly blessed to be in the position I am to help you guys out, and girls and any gender out. When I say guys, I'm just referring to everyone, you guys. But I just feel so blessed, you know. I feel so blessed to have been given the gift of writing. I feel so blessed to have a wonderful community of asexuals who follow this channel. Thank you to whoever's tuning in now. I love you to bits. You're amazing. I know you're always watching me. I don't know who you are, but you're always watching me, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart, you know. I just love sharing my life with you, you know. And yeah, I mean, you might think, why am I talking about fibromyalgia self-help handbook so much? Because it is autobiographical. Do you know what I mean? And lots of asexuals, they have depression or anxiety, and this book can help with that. That's why I'm talking about it. And it's got asexuality in it. You know, I'm known as Ace Fibro Girl. Ace standing for asexual. You know, and it's explained that in the book. So I'm still talking about asexuality, you know? I'm still getting the word out there, you know, and asexuality is, you know, it is talked about in this book, you know. It's under the intimacy section. Where is it? I gotta look for the intimacy section now, but the intimacy is here. The intimacy section is here. Here we go. 169. There we go. 169. 169. Let's see. 169. Oh, there's a lot of pages in this book. Right. There. Oh, 169. I've gone past it. There we go. It's in this chapter here, which obviously this book is aimed at at fibromyalgia people, not asexuals, but this bit has a bit about. So chapter 19, love, relationships, physical intimacy, and sex. So in here, I talk about asexuality. So so here is when, you know, you can see, look at this. You can see, I mentioned my YouTube channel as well. This channel. But see, if you have fibromyalgia, are currently single, and experience acute pain that prevents you from ever having sex, and you feel you will never get a partner who can love you without sex, you may be interested to know that there is a sexual orientation called asexuality. That is the lack of sexual attraction. You can check out this site that is the biggest online community for asexuals, asexuality.org, to find out more, and take a look at my own asexualized.com on my channel where and my own site asexualized.com, and my channel where I educate people about asexuality, which is youtube.com/asexualize my asexual life, which is this channel. Essentially, asexuals do not get the need, urge, or want for partnered sexual intercourse, so they don't have to have sex to have a loving. So they don't have, so for partnered sexual intercourse, so they don't have to have sex to have a long-lasting, loving, healthy, happy relationship. Some romantic asexuals like me still want romance, kissing, and cuddling without the sex. I am fortunate in that I discovered I'm a heteromantic asexual, romantically attracted to the opposite gender, romantically attracted to the opposite sex, guys, but not sexually, before my pain got so bad that I can no longer have sexual intercourse, as it would likely be too painful for me, because that is one of the worst affected pain areas of my body. Well, that is what the nurse and me agreed on, that it would be too painful for me to have sexual intercourse these days. Although I always think where there's a will, there's a way. And maybe if I desperately wanted sex, I could find a way, such as being very wet and riding on top of a guy occasionally. That way I could control the depth of penetration. That wouldn't usually be frequent enough to satisfy most heterosexual guys. And the point is, as an asexual that does not experience sexual attraction and does not desire sex, I had sex in the past because that is what I thought I was meant to do as part of a normal relationship. There is no will to have it in the first place, and I don't want to put my body through that again. When I had sex in the past, before I realised I'm asexual and before my fibromyalgia diagnosis, because my ex was good at foreplay and being really wet helped to lessen the pain. It was not too bad. Although from an asexual point of view, I'd rather have not had sex, as I don't associate sex with love or ever have a need for it in my life. I want to reiterate, don't ever have sex if it hurts and you don't want to do it. Married or not, in a relationship or not, if a person is having sex when they don't want to, it's wrong. You need to be as pain-free and happy as possible. If your partner can't understand that and they would rather then they would rather put up with the pain for their own. I'm trying to read my book. You need to be as pain-free and happy as possible. And if your partner can't understand that and they would rather you put up with the pain for their own sexual desires, and discussing with things with them is not working, it's time to move on from that relationship. Otherwise, it will be the cause of your pain, because you'll feel anxious whenever they are being very affectionate with you, that it will lead to another painful sex session and your body just can't take that anymore. I refuse to date heterosexuals anymore because I am asexual, and heterosexuals usually always need sex at some point in their life. So unless I met a guy that could genuinely be 100% sex free and happy and never cheat, I will only date asexual guys now. And I even wrote a book about asexuality that's available on Amazon in digital format and paperback, Asexual Perspectives, 47 asexual stories, love, life and sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I interviewed 46 asexuals around the globe for this book, and I also share my own personal story in the book too. So if you are a sexual person, such as a heterosexual, rather than an asexual person, and you can't have sex because of your fibromyalgia, know that there are people out there who will love you for who you are and not leave you for not being able to have sex. Just be honest with them as to your reason for wanting a relationship without sex, and don't pretend to be asexual if you are not. Let them know it is your fibromyalgia preventing you from having sex, as the thinking about sex and attitude towards it can be very different. You may want it in theory, just not be able to have it in practice, whereas we don't usually think about it or desire it in the first place. So that is really important, and it's in the key points to remember. So that is how I bring asexuality into the book. That is how I talk about asexuality in this chapter 19 of my Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook. So it's in there. So I am reaching a bigger audience to talk to asexuality about. Oh, hi, Jade. Hi, my life. Lovely to see you. Sorry, I didn't see you earlier. I was busy going in this. Yeah. So it's really, really lovely to speak to you. Yeah, I've done a live stream tonight, which I'm still doing for you guys, but I was live streaming simultaneously on Facebook as well. But I was trying to explain why Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook is relative to asexuals as well. Oh, thank you, my life, saying it's epic. Thank you so much. I love you to bits. Yeah, I've just unpackaged it. This is obviously not for resale. See, this is a proof copy, so I'm going to be reading this intensely. Well, I would say tomorrow, but today now, because we've gone to the next day. But it's really nice. Look at the cover and everything. It's turned out really well. I'm really pleased with it. So I've just got to read it all through to double check, and then it will be going live if it's all good. It looks all good so far. I've flicked through it a bit. It looks amazing. Looks like it's all there. But and I was explaining, I was just reading from the book about why, why it's important that people with asexuality have the book, and about asexuality being in the book. I mean, this is going to reach people who are not asexual predominantly, because most, lots of people with fibro aren't asexual, but a lot of them can't have sex anymore because it's too painful, which is not the same as asexuality. But there is an opportunity for more fibro people to get love without sex, which they need if they're in too much pain to have it. And there's an opportunity for more people who are asexual to find love of their life who may have fibromyalgia. Do you know what I'm saying? So it could work out in each other's favors. And just to tell people about asexuality, there might be a few people that realize they got fibro and they're asexual. Do you know what I mean? So it just helps. And I am called Ace Fibro Girl on it. Ace Fibro Girl. And I explain it's because Ace is basically a nickname for asexuality. So, I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased with the cover. Look at the blurb. It's a very, very long blurb, but hey, It's like I really am. It's like I'm telling my whole little bit of life story on the back cover, isn't it? But I'm glad it's got all that in there on the back cover. I wanted the blurb to like really, really show off what the book's about, because this tells a little bit about my story. Shall I read the blurb out? It could be good. Let's read the blurb out, because the blurb is on Amazon, but it's not got every single bit on Amazon. It's in here. This is like different, so I might put this exactly on there, yeah, or I might just leave the one as it is. But author Sandra Bellamy, aka Ace Fibro Girl, was diagnosed with fibromyalgia in 2012, but doesn't let that stop her from living life to the max. Fibromyalgia was the catalyst for curing her depression, which she had since childhood, and in that way it truly saved her life. After much trial and error, Sandra came up with a unique formula for managing fibromyalgia to have less pain, more energy, and to feel happier like a superhero rock star. Now it's time she revealed this to you. If you feel like fibromyalgia is ruining your life and taking over it, if it leaves you feeling depleted in energy, in constant pain, and you are sick and tired of struggling, of feeling depressed, hopeless, and helpless, and you desperately want to relieve your symptoms of pain, feel more energy, and to be happier, you need this book. I'm living proof that it really doesn't have to be that way, but what's my secret? And then at the moment, this is like not for resale. It's got a bit right across where I need to read. I'm not sure if I can read that underneath that. I have got a copy somewhere. Oh yeah, I've got a copy here of the book. Here's one I made earlier. This is before it went in the actual book, so I can read the bit. Right. In this book, you'll learn how to manage fibromyalgia in a truly new and revolutionary holistic way without the need for meds, CBD, or patches to get your fibromyalgia working for you instead of against you. How to manage fibromyalgia in 25 aspects of your life to reduce your pain with practical, helpful, simple and easy to follow actionable advice that is straight to the point and really works. How to take back control of your life to have more happiness, more energy, and more freedom from your pain so you can own your fibro and it doesn't own you. How to maintain and sustain having less pain, more energy, and feel happier to live a better quality of life. The exact antidotes to save yourself from pain. The right mindset you need to have to effectively reduce your pain. What foods to eat and not to eat to ease your pain. What footwear to buy to stop your feet from swelling most of the time. How to stop depression and make it a thing of the past. How to reduce your anxiety and worry less. In a nutshell, you will discover the secret formula for long-lasting mental health and happiness, and how to be your own superhero to save yourself from pain. Its revolutionary fibromyalgia self-help handbook shows you a unique way to manage your fibromyalgia step by step, which you will never have seen before. This book exposes you to the real truth about why fibromyalgia. This book exposes you to the real truth about why you are suffering with fibromyalgia and what keeps your pain locked inside you. It gives you the formula to unlock it, release it, and free yourself forever from your pain as much as possible, so you can truly thrive and flourish in spite of your fibro. In this no-nonsense fibromyalgia self-help handbook, you will discover the insider secrets and effective strategies to managing and reducing your pain, so much so that your fibromyalgia becomes insignificant. Think of this book as your fibro Bible and blueprint for how to be your best self and live your best life in spite of your fibro. This is the one fibromyalgia book you'll never want to be without. Yay. I think that's good. I like the book. I love the book. It's my own. It's really nice of you to watch, Jade. Thank you so much, my life. So yeah, that's all about the book. I think it looks good. I'm really happy. I will give it a read through, but I just can't wait to press the publish button because it's been so long coming. And to me, it just looks like it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like flicking through it, it looks great. I mean, I did do lots of edits on it. Like this has had a humongous amount of edits. Like edit after edit after edit after edit after edit after edit, edit. So yeah, so I had a lot of edits, put it that way. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading it and getting stuck in. And I just think it's nice as well that asexuality is in there. I think it's really important that I still like I'm talking about asexuality in other books. I think it's really nice. But I can't wait to get my Asexual Guide to Sex book out as well. I just think it's going to be amazing. I've never ever done like two books, like worked on two books simultaneously before. Like I have been doing like this Fibromyalgia self-help handbook. I was still going through edits of this whilst doing my Asexual Guide to Sex book. Do you know what I mean? Like working two books simultaneously, like that is really new for me as a writer. You know, normally I just focus on one specific book and then get that done. Like at the moment, I am a little bit behind with getting people's stories read, you know, because I'm editing people's stories with them, but it's taking me like a day sometimes to do just one story. Like I worked on a story today and I spent nearly all day on it, and it's 4 pages. This is like, well, this is part of the story because it's like 20 more questions. To be fair to them, it's a lot of questions, so it's a lot of editing, and I have to add them to the other questions they wrote answered before for me. Wasn't able to go to school today. I'm sick. I miss my boyfriend because of it. I hope I can go in tomorrow. Oh, my life. I'm so sad to hear you're sick. I was not well last night. Do you remember? Well, the previous, last night's live stream, which went through to this morning. But my throat's a lot better. But I don't know if it's because I ate something that has got some ingredients that I don't usually eat. So I don't know if that's what caused my throat to be on fire or what. But I haven't ate that thing today. I ought given it. So I'm not sure about it. If I eat it again and notice it flares up, then I'll know what it is for definite. But yeah, I slept in today though. I slept in a lot, and that really helped lessen the pain because my whole throat was on fire, my mouth was hurting. I hope I haven't passed it on through the screen to you. I'm laughing because you can't pass stuff on through a screen, but hey ho. Yeah, I'm sorry to you're sick. I hope you get better soon. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, well, do I pass it through the screen? I mean, you can't, can you? But you know what I mean? It's a bit weird, isn't it? That I was feeling really poorly last night, and then all of a sudden I'm feeling better. But like I said, I ate something. My mum bought me this pack of naked bars, which I can usually eat, but ones she got me, and ones that they've got 2 ingredients that are not, well, they're not something that can affect my fibre as such, but there's stuff that can affect me in my body, which obviously then if you affect stuff in your body, then it can affect your fibre anyway, because it can affect your fibro pain, because what you put in your body affects your fibro pain directly. So yeah, it's got 2 ingredients, but I have, I don't buy this stuff for myself, but it's not anything major, like it's no wheat or anything. It's actually gluten-free, wheat-free, yeast-free, dairy-free. It's got 2 other things in it I don't usually eat. One of them's berries. I'm allergic to 3 types of berries, and one of them's blueberries. But I have tried to eat blueberries afterwards, and I can have a little bit of blueberries occasionally. But like, you know what I mean? Because blueberries are actually really good for you. They're an antioxidant. My mum has lupus, and she can't have several foods. Oh, people with fibromyalgia who get fibro books, a lot of them have lupus as well, or some of the people that don't have fibro have lupus, and it's kind of, I think, got some similarities to fibromyalgia, so they'll buy books like this anyway. You'll have to tell your mum about this book. She might be interested in it because it is to do with chronic pain, because lupus is a chronic pain condition that affects the immune system as well, classed as an autoimmune disease. Yeah, you have to tell her to get it. It's got asexuality mentioned in the book as well. It's a good way of introducing her to asexuality, isn't it? Through me. Like, do you know what I mean? I am the mailman. Oh, bless you. Yeah, get the book for her, and then she'll be introduced to asexuality as well. Then you can see what her real thoughts on her asexuality. And obviously, if I'm saying it in there, she'll be more likely to accept it when she finds it out from you, won't she? I think that's a really good idea. Get the book. Say, oh, I know someone who writes books. Well, written a book to help fibro people, and a lot of people who get the book, they have other pain conditions. Like some people that have got the book, they haven't even got fibro, they've got depression or anxiety, but they've bought it anyway because they know it helps them with that. Love your channel. Much love from the asexuals from Pakistan. Oh, love you, Normal. Thank you. Super Ace to the rescue for Mum. Oh, thank you. Oh, Pakistan. Oh, love you. Oh, it's lovely when I hear people all around the UK. Yay, new friend. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Oh, It's really nice. Jade, my life, and normal. Normal? Oh my God, I'm not normal. I wasn't even normal before I found out I had fibro, let alone find out I have fibro. Yeah, found out I had fibro, find out I was asexual. I wasn't normal before either of them. So I don't think I've ever been normal. But yes, it's good if you like being normal. And it's a good name to have, I guess, for... Do people actually say to you, are you normal? As in, or are you opposite? People say, I'm a strange child. Indeed, I am. I like being different. I don't like being the same as everyone else. So I'm so glad I'm asexual. I found out I was asexual. Obviously, took a little while to get used to asexuality and find out where I fell on the spectrum, because the spectrum's so huge, isn't it? But when I found out I was asexual, I'm like, yeah, this is great because I love being different. People call you normal. Wow. Wow. They didn't call me normal. I was at my old job and they're like, oh, you're not normal. I'm like, thank you. And they weren't expecting me to say that. They expected me to go, oh, don't call me abnormal, don't call me weird, or don't call me this. I'll be like, yes, don't call me normal. If you call me normal, I get upset. call me strange if you want, but don't call me normal. Guess what? Oh, my life. What? Guess what? I'm trying to guess right now. So, oh, by the way, if you just joined me, that book is my proof book of my Fibromyalgia self-help handbook, and the link to asexuality, just to give you an update if you've been later to this channel, is that I'm called Ace Fibro Girl. So my outfit is Ace Fibro Girl. So Ace stands for asexual, and I talk about asexuality in the book. So it is relevant to this channel still. And I'm still trying to guess what my life, because you got me on tenterhooks now. You know. But thank you for... I want to thank as well from Pakistan. I think that's amazing. Thank you for being up at this time in the morning. I think it's morning there, isn't it? It's like nearly 1 a.m. here. But yeah, so I'm just really happy to have you all here. It's incredible, you know. People, mostly mums, say that I should have been a boy, and other related comments. Secretly, in my head, I'm like, yep. Oh, it's about 5 a.m. there, is it? Oh, bless you. Oh, you're so sweet for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Lots of love to you. Yeah, my life. You should turn around and say that to her. You should say, I agree, mum. Go for it. That's what I do. It's a very, very good way. Like, if you're ever dealing with someone who is saying about asexuality and they're saying you're not normal, just say, yeah, I agree with you. And they're like, what? Because they're trying to put you down about it. They're trying to make you feel small and belittle you. But if you actually agree that you're strange or abnormal or different, then it's just like they haven't got a leg to stand on. Their whole argument just falls down and they can't believe it. They were shocked in my old job when they go, oh, you're really, you're really like, you're not normal. I was going, good. And they were like so shocked. They're like, oh, I can't believe someone wants to be called not normal. I'm like, yep. It's 7:48 p.m. in the USA. It's 0:49 minutes past midnight here. But yeah. But there, my life, you should say that. Agree with your mum, because she won't be expecting it. And if you agree with her, it'll stop any arguments, because she'll say, you're absolutely right, mum. I couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely. And she might think you're being sarcastic, but you can be real. Do you know what I mean? And then if she says that, it's great. It's a win-win, isn't it? Because you're telling the truth that you agree with her. Honestly, you should seriously say that. If she says, oh, you should have been a boy, just say, yeah, I agree with you, mum. Totally agree with you on that. Thanks very much. Let's have a hug now. I would just say it to them, because people don't expect it. People expect a reaction that they want from you. And when you don't give it to them, it spins them out. They're like, what the heck? Oh, they can't handle it. They really can't handle it. Seriously, the people in my old job, they were shocked. They really wanted to put me down about being different or abnormal. They thought it would shut me up, but it doesn't shut me up. I'm never going to shut up. I'm not born to shut up. I'm born to speak out for people, born to speak up for people, born to speak about asexuality. Do you know what I mean? I used to talk about it in my old job loads. I did get a bit into trouble for it once, actually, but never mind. I felt that I'm asexual for a long time. How do you get past the stigma and expectations of society? Okay. I felt I'm asexual for a long time. How do you get past the stigma and expectations of society? Well, by not caring about it, to be frank with you. So thank you for the question. I mean, I don't care about what society thinks. I couldn't care less. Like, my mum wants to have kids with me, but I don't want to. Yeah, normal. I do actually agree. You should tell her it's never good to hide it. I do agree. I mean, I've never wanted kids since I was 15 years old. So my parents always knew that. So I would be honest and say I don't want children. Even if you don't want to tell them you're asexual right now, you could say I don't want kids. It's not my thing, you know? I mean, obviously, if you're asexual, it doesn't stop you from having children because you could adopt or you could have artificial insemination or, do you know what I mean? Have a surrogate or anything like that. But I personally have never wanted children. I don't want it full stop. So just be honest and tell your mum that you don't want children, that you'd rather tell her now the truth than her just go through her life thinking that she's going to have them later on, grandkids. Do you know what I mean? Remember that those that judge you are just afraid of the fact of you being yourself, and they aren't. That's a very, very good point. You're getting so close to telling your mum about your boyfriend, my life. You really want to tell her? Just tell her. Just tell her. No, I mean, like, have kids with my mum. What? I mean, what? Like, my mum wants to have kids with me. You mean, like, are you for real or are you just winding me up? I think you're winding me up. Like, sons don't have kids with their mums, do they? That would be like incest, exactly. So I think you're not really asexual. And I think you've just come on this channel to get a reaction out of me, to be quite honest with you. Yes. I mean, well, obviously you say no, don't you? I'm having a mind explosion. Oh, don't worry. People come on this channel and say all different things just to get a reaction. So, you know, they're not really asexual, some people. They're just saying stuff just to try and get a reaction. So it's fine. I just want to talk to people who are genuinely asexual, who aren't, but genuinely need my help. You're a pancake. Yeah, I know. Pancake is the term for panromantic. My friend was panromantic, but doesn't identify as that anymore. So in Pakistan, incest is okay amongst most people. Really? Why would incest be okay amongst most people? That doesn't sound very normal. Well, incest is, I don't think. You're in Pakistan too. That's interesting, the way the conversation's going. It's a big thing. I wish it would stop. I have Pakistani friends, and as far as I know, that doesn't happen. I've got one of my best friends is Pakistani. They used to be in this country. And as far as I know, incest is not a thing. Yes, they do live in a city. I know a lot of Pakistanis, and I know asexual Pakistanis, and it's something. I think it's for the keeping the bloodline thing. It's a rural thing. Well, I know people who are Pakistani from different parts. So, and they don't usually have sex before marriage, even, let alone have it with their families. They might live with their families, but they don't have sex with their families. So if you can show me evidence, how many Pakistanis do you know? Well, that's for me to know, isn't it? If you, unless it's in a group, I think we're going way off the topic here. If you can prove all this about Pakistanis and incest, if you can show me lots of blog articles and you can tell me where to find this information, then I'll gladly do so to back up what you say. But I don't think this happens. Not like you say it does, because I know Pakistan. I don't know. Pakistanis, and I know you don't usually have sex before marriage. Can you read some parts of your book? I'm thinking of buying it. I'm just not sure it's for me. Only thing is, group is common in Middle East. Which book were you talking about? This book that you want? I've already read some from this book, and then this is a book for asexuals. So I've got lots of this book. This book is Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook. So this book is how to manage fibromyalgia, to have less pain, more energy, and feel happier like a superhero rock star. And then this is, I've already read from it earlier on, so you can go and watch this live stream again from the beginning. And then this book, Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, if you search, sorry, that's my Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook, which I've just gone. This Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. This is for asexuals. The links are down below to Amazon, so you can read the blurb, you can read the beginning bit of the book for absolutely free. And yeah, because you can read my story just from looking inside the book, and the look in me section, and you know, the look inside section, which is looking at my story. And you can also go to these videos. Thanks for the thumbs up. Let's forget that the chat that was above and go to main topic. So yeah, so this Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories book, this is out on Amazon. It's been out for a while, and you can, I read from it on Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, so I've read from it loads. If you go on this channel and search the videos, the about videos, you will see that it's actually got Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, which I talk about bits out of the book. Like I've done a whole month this year in July about this, you know, excerpts from this book, and I've also done July last year. So if you just type in Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month or Asexual Perspectives, it will come up with all the different videos where you've got advice from other asexuals out of this book. So do you know what I mean? I can't do all that now on this live stream because I've been on here already for over an hour, and this was originally to talk about my Fibromyalgia Self-Help Handbook. So which I've read all the blurb out from that as well. So yeah, so go and search my videos for the Asexual Perspectives book. Go and search in APAM, Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. Thanks for the thumbs up, appreciate it. Or APAM, it's known as hashtag APAM. That'll have loads of different stories out of the book on there, as parts of stories, not the whole story. And yeah, and then I read out the blurb from this one, which is how basically to decrease your pain in multiple aspects of your life, specifically if you've got fibromyalgia, but even if you haven't. Why is shipping on the book $300 USD to Pakistan? Why is shipping on the book $300 USD to Pakistan? Well, you need to go. I'm going to order the book tomorrow. I'm so excited for it. Thank you, Normal. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this book is incredible. I don't set the shipping fees. Amazon set the shipping fees, not me. So make sure you're logged into your nearest Amazon as well. It's really important. So I live in the UK, so I'll log into Amazon UK. So if you click from one of my links down below and you live in a different country, it will then come up with the Amazon page with like Amazon.com, for example, and it'll say, do you want to actually go and purchase this on your local Amazon? And then, you know, if your local Amazon does it, but sometimes in Pakistan it doesn't always have these books. You have to buy them from another country and get them shipped to you. Or this book you can get from all good bookshops, though. You can order it from a bookshop in you should be able to order it from a bookshop in Pakistan, the printed up version. So it's got its own ISBN. See? What is Ace Flux? Thank you for ordering the book, by the way, in advance. What is Ace Flux? There's different things, isn't there? I think Ace Flux is when I'll double check, but Ace Flux, as far as I know, because I don't know all the terms inside out and backwards, But asexual, as far as I know, is to do with fluctuation of asexuality or different, you know, different oh right, they put it on here. Asexual is a grey asexuality, and it describes someone whose experience of sexual attraction varies over time. But I also know that you can have sexuality that fluctuates as well, but that's obviously they're not called asexual. So yeah, asexual is a grey asexuality, and it describes someone whose experiences of sexual attraction varies over time. But there is also a term for people who fluctuate in their sexuality, which begins with A, because my friend who watches this channel, they are that. And I did write about it somewhere because I've got to do a video on that. Why does your blog pop up with a warning saying you're trying to steal my information? Oh, right. Okay. So I'm not trying to steal your information. Basically, my web host server has taken the SSL off at the moment because they've changed. My web host has changed servers. So I'm not trying to steal your information. It says it may try and steal your information because it hasn't currently got an SSL certificate on there. It was on there. And literally my web host is just for asexualise.com site and some other sites. They've changed it over to a different server. So my actual server now, I'm coming up with warning messages on my website and the admin panel saying that there's been a server change because I've got a special plugin that looks for that. Basically it's still fine. You can click through it. There's nothing wrong with it. But it's just letting you know that the SSL certificate's not on there. So some sites never have an SSL. You can go through loads of sites and they still come up with no SSL. But I did have an SSL on there. It's on some parts of the site. It's not on the site overall. So I've got to sort out with my web host, which I noticed. I noticed it on Saturday night on some of my sites. It's gone like that, and I was away on Sunday. I was gonna sort it out today, but I've got to phone my web host in America about it because they shouldn't have done that. They changed their servers. Their whole dashboard's different, so it means I've got to go through all of my websites because I have more than that, and I've got to phone them up to find out why the SSL is not on there. Why does you do you have a what? Gopher hole site? I prefer the Gopher protocol over HTTP protocol. I have no idea what a Gopher hole is. Basically, all sites I've either got HTTP or HTTPS on them, which my site did have HTTPS on all of it. But for some reason, because my web host have changed their servers, they haven't transferred all the SSL certificate stuff over for some reason, and I don't understand why. So I've got to phone up and go through it all with them, which I was gonna do today, but then I ended up doing my asexual guide to sex book because someone was waiting for me to get back to them about that. Whereas I know the site's still safe. It's just that I've got to sort the SSL certificate out again. So it will be sorted out. I'll have to do that. But I've got to read this because people are waiting for it to save their life from pain and have more energy and happiness. So I've got to do that, and then I'm going to be I've got to sort the websites out as well, because when I put this live, if I buy a book, can I get it signed by you? That would be amazing. The only way you can get it signed by me is if you post it over here and then pay to post it back, because I can't, obviously, I don't keep copies here of it. This is my not for sale copy that I have to buy myself because I self-publish but under my own imprint. So I have to buy this book myself, proof books, and when I get them sent to libraries, I have to buy my books myself. But I get them sent directly to libraries. I don't sign them when they go in the library. So the only way you can do that is by literally paying to post it to me on the address on my website or Facebook pages. I have an office address that's not my home address, and they can forward it on to me, but then you'd have to pay for it to be returned to you as well. So you'd have to enclose return postage and packaging, so I can put the book in there and return it back to you. But I can do that. It's not a problem. It's really nice of you to ask. But yeah, I know some people want to do that. So they want to do that with my Asexual Perspectives book. But it's like, you know, if I send off for something, I've got to send a self-addressed stamped envelope. But obviously with a book, you have to, like, this is what it came in. So you have to send something like this inside with the book so that I can sign it and send it back in this prepaid. That's what you have to do. So yeah, but thank you so much. So, but yeah, just if someone wants sex with you, whoever you are, or to make babies, whoever you are, you know, just tell them no. If you don't want to do it, just tell them no. It's as simple as that. Whatever gender or sexuality you are, don't ever get coerced into doing something you don't want to do. I gotta go. I miss my boyfriend, so I'm gonna text him. That's okay. Anyway, it's been lovely, a pleasure to have you tonight on the live stream. I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed already, please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified every time I go live like now or post a new video. I will see you on the next video or the next live stream. Take care. Bye.